It's your boy Heaven Hollywood back on the IE Network. This is the Heaven Hollywood Report. Let's get to it. Shout out to my sponsor in case you didn't know. Check them out at icydk.blog for all the backstories and celebrity news, past, present, and future. So let's start it off with the girl Doja Cat. Doja Cat today looked as though she was in some sort of arguments with, the people in, Portugal, Brazil. I believe she's in Portugal or Brazil, but she got into telling them that she didn't feel as though she gave them a great show. I believe it was Brazil. They started complaining, about how, Doja Cat didn't. Listen, I'm be honest with you. I don't pay attention to Doja Cat like that, like her lives and then like her concert. Like if she comes across my timeline or what have you, and it's something interesting or they talk about an accolade or something, I'll look into it. But the bottom line is, regardless of what she was arguing about with these fans, she came out and said, "I quit. I thought I was stupid to think that this music industry was for me. I forget it. You guys don't have to support me. You don't have to believe in me anymore." I mean, she went off with all these tweets and then said, "That's it. I'm done. I quit." Doja Cat, here's the thing. I've been noticing that you're very thin-skinned. I've been noticing that for a minute. And you're right. If you're going to be that super thin-skinned, you don't have what it takes to make it in the music business. But I believe you do. I believe you are thick-skinned enough. And I just think that Doja Cat is going to go away for a while, and then she'll come back, and then she won't be saying anything. And what would be the reason for her going away for a little while and then coming back and not saying anything? Well, you tell me. From what you know about the industry, you tell me why they disappear, come back looking different, acting different, and never really say anything about the situation again. So I'll let you decide why that happens. Moving on to Nicki Minaj, she dropped a surprise joint with Fivio Foreign. She dropped a drill beat that she had pretty much released a portion of her version, a portion of her verse. And then a lot of people saying, "Oh, this was old. It was a song that didn't make it on Queen." Nobody ever bought that. Nobody ever bought the excuse that, "Oh, it was going to be on Queen." It always sounded new to me. And Fivio Foreign is on the joint with her. I don't know whether the joint is called Pressure. Oh, no, We Go Up. The joint's called We Go Up. It had reached #1 on iTunes, at some point during the day. I'm done guessing whether to finish. I'm just hoping that all the words that Nicki's been saying recently, I hope that her fans don't even care or don't even ask chart data. Don't even try to find out where it's at. Just let it, organically do what it's going to do and just keep celebrating Nicki's music because she was killing it on the trap beat. I did not like the hook whatsoever. I think the hook was way too soft for the amount of what she was saying in those verses. I thought that hook was way too soft for that song. She should have had some sort of hard hook because she was spitting flames. But then again, when does Nicki not? Of course, the lines everybody's talking about is the ugly line. You're so ugly. After all this, you're still ugly. After all the surgery, I believe. Most people think she's talking to Cardi B. Nicki just made a statement on Twitter saying, don't get your lyrics from Genius because Genius makes it seem like everything is a diss, and it's actually not. And speaking of disses, all right, so y'all let me know what you think of Fivio Foreign and Nicki Minaj. The verses were fire, but the song, it just sounds like Pop Smoke. It sounds like, what's the dude? Welcome to whatever that song was called with the dude. That was also a drill type beat. The song's alright, but I mean the bars were incredible as usual. Nicki's been bringing some fire bars, so far in 2022. I give the song like a 6.5. It's alright, but I wasn't really feeling Fivio like that. Nicki could have left the song with her on it, and then took out that hook. I'd have been just satisfied with her just barring people up. Now, keeping it on Nicki Minaj, Remy Ma, was on Drink Champs. I was sitting back thinking last week, like, why haven't Nicki been on Drink Champs? I don't think she's going to go. I don't really think her relationship with Noriega is that great. But Remy Martin was talking on the Drink Champs, and the Sheetha record came up. And Remy basically said she didn't really want to diss Nicki Minaj. It was more like a miscommunication because she heard some things behind the scenes that she knew were not fabricated. And she said, and that's how it came up. It was, she tried to say it was a surprise to her that Nicki was saying those things because we had a conversation. She said that her and Nicki had a conversation, a back and forth, where she was saying, everybody thinks everything you say is about me. Everybody thinks that everything I say is about you. And so let's not ever mention each other on record. Now, of course, after that alleged conversation, after a few shots going back and forth on records, Sheetha was born. Okay, so Remy is leaving out the part and not addressing the part. I can't say she's lying, but allegedly, Remy got a check to make that diss record. All right, allegedly. So she didn't address that rumor. And if it isn't true, I know she's heard it. So she should be saying, and that rumor about Atlantic giving me a check to diss Nicki Minaj is bogus or ludicrous. Because it's don't sit up there and act like you haven't heard the rumor, Remy. Of course, that's what everybody talks about. They gave you the money because you were the only one out there that they offered the money to that had enough bars and cachet to diss Nicki. Some of the other girls may have had the bars, but they didn't have enough cachet or time in the game. So you left that part out about, this rumor is true or false or what have you. But you said you had a conversation. Now, the funny thing is, Nicki Minaj then went on the Shade Room and basically said that Remy's capping. She basically said she's never had that conversation with Remy or anyone. So now we got a situation, and you can see Nicki's response. She's saying is Nori not understanding what she's saying to him. Basically saying, look at Nori trying to be messy. And then, I've never had this conversation with her or anyone. But by the way, do you like the new song, We Go Up? And then here comes the shade. NYC Stand Up 2022. In other words, you're still talking about 5 years ago. You're still talking about back then in 2022. And I'm still here putting on for the city. And you're talking about 5 years ago. Now, to Remy Martin's defense, she's on Drink Champs, and Noriega is going to ask those questions, right? So I'm not going to say, oh, Remy's still, like some of the other blogs wanted to paint her as, oh, she's still sitting around grasping in that moment. She's on Drink Champs, and they asked her. So you got to give Remy a pass on that one. It's not like they were not even talking about Sheetha, and then she brought up Sheetha. So, that's not how it was. She was asked a question, she answered it. Now, I think it doesn't really make her look that great that Nicki pretty much denied the conversation never happened. So now it makes Remy seem like she's lying. So now I think they both need to have a conversation out in public, because you know, whenever somebody's like, "Oh yeah, we had this," someone said the same thing that who was it? Jesse James said something about the collaboration before, about how they wanted Nicki to get on it or what have you, and Nicki was saying that conversation never happened. How it went was this. So whenever there's a miscommunication like that, it makes it seem like one or the other person is lying. So Remy, basically Nicki saying that conversation never happened while you're on a national, or not even national, a worldwide web show saying that did happen. So I think y'all need to both get on and tell your side of the story. That's the type of stuff I like. And finally, Bobby Shmurda. He is off Epic Records and Sylvia Rhone, and he said he's going to put out his first independent record. Now, I don't know how and what he finessed to get away from Sylvia Rhone, but I hope he is ready for what's about to happen to him. That's all I'm going to say. I hope he's ready for what's about to happen to him in his career, because he dissed Sylvia Rhone, basically said, I got a 70-year-old woman running running the record label that I'm signed to. I need her to let me go. He was saying that, last year. So we're going to see what happens. Bobby Shmurda said he's dropping new music soon, and he just made $1 million and this, that, and the third. Well, we'll see how long Bobby's around to enjoy that money. Hopefully nothing happens to him. But you leave Sylvia Rhone and you start talking smack about her. God be with you, brother. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends.